Welcome to my grassroots yoga channel. This morning we're going to be doing some power yoga and some flexibility. It's going to be about a 40-minute workout. Anytime during the class, if you need a break, you just come to hero's pose or meditation pose, or you can come to child's pose if you need a break anytime during the class. Make sure you have some water and grab a block and a belt if you have one available. And we're just going to go ahead and just kind of get grounded first to start. Before we get started, we just kind of want to arrive on our mats. We just want to be grateful for the day and be present in the moment right now. So we're just going to take a deep breath in here through our nose. Take a nice deep breath in, fill up your lungs. And exhale, open your mouth and just sigh it all out. Take another deep breath in. And sigh it all out. One more breath. And sigh it all out. Just allow yourself to arrive here in the present moment. And as we're practicing the yoga this morning, we'll be doing some balancing. And as we're doing balancing poses, or any pose, I'll ask you to find your drishti. Your drishti is a point of focus, usually about 4 feet in front of you, or maybe on the back of your mat if you're doing downward dog between your feet. It's just a point of focus, something that you can just focus on. That brings your mind strength, or dharana. Also, we're going to be practicing ujjayi breaths, so ocean breaths. You keep your mouth closed and breathe in and out through your nose, and you're going to feel the breath in the back of your throat. It almost sounds like the sound a conch shell makes if you hold it to your ear. So, as we practice the asanas, or the poses, the breathing, and the dharana, it will give our mind and our body strength, and will help us to be more focused, not just here on the mat, but in life. So I hope that I can bring some focus to your life, some strength, and some peace. And all of my yoga practice is done in the name of God and Jesus. So we practice under God, and that's who we are here for, and I'm here to help bring peace in the world and hopefully peace in your heart. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start in child's pose. So go ahead and bring your knees as wide as the mat and your big toes to touch. You're going to draw your hips back to your heels, and bring your arms out long on the mat. Maybe your forehead comes to the mat. We're just going to start to warm up here, nice and easy. We'll take 3 deep breaths here in child's pose. So inhale, fill your lungs up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to go ahead and come up to tabletop. So stack your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. We're going to go ahead and do some hip circles here to just kind of open up our hips. So we're going to go 3 times around one way. Go ahead, get your hips moving, get them oiled up. Nice and loose here to get ready for our practice. And just make sure you're going in the full range of motion of your hips. We're going to go ahead and go the opposite way now 3 times. 3 hip circles the opposite way. With that, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to come into downward facing dog. So we're going to roll over our toes and our hips push up and back. Your feet are hip width distance, and your hands and arms are shoulder width distance. You can press your index fingers into the mat for support and stability. Your heels do not have to reach the mat now. You can walk your dog out if you want. As we move through this practice today, your heels will probably it'll be a lot easier to bring your heels to the mat once we warm up. We really just want to lengthen our spine here. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Pull your navel up and in. You can bend your knees and really lift your hips up and back. Shake your head. Nod your head up and back. Shake your head side to side. And we're just going to take 3 deep breaths here in downward dog. So find your drishti between your feet on the back of your mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to bring our right leg high for 3-legged dog on the right. Take a few rounds of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. You want to square your hips to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and you're going to bend your knee. And on your next inhale, we're going to bring our knee up and in towards our chest and out to the side for 3 hip circles here. So out and around once. Take an inhale, bring that knee to the chest. As you exhale, hip circle. One more, inhale. And exhale, bring that hip all the way around. Now we're going to do that on the other side. But let's take a nice inhale and exhale in our down dog. So inhale and exhale. On an inhale, bring your left leg high for 3-legged dog on the left. You can press your index fingers into the mat. Gives you a little bit more stability. Exhale. 2 more breaths. As you exhale, go ahead and bend your knee. On your inhale, we're going to do 3 hip circles. So bring that knee all the way up to your chest. As you exhale, circle that hip all the way around. Inhale, bring that knee to your chest. Exhale, bring it around. One more inhale, bring that knee up to your chest. And exhale, bring that hip all the way around. Come back into downward dog here. Take an inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to come high on our toes. Exhale, soften your knees, and we're going to step to the top of the mat. We're going to let our head dangle here for a moment. We're going to heel toe our feet hip-width distance. And we're going to grab opposite hands to opposite elbows for ragdoll pose. So we're just going to dangle here for a moment. We're just getting warmed up here. Find your drishti on the back of the mat. You can maybe your hips side to side or your torso up and back. Or just dangle. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to take 2 more deep breaths here. You can keep your hands on your elbows, or if you want to bring your fingers, your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. We're going to heel toe our feet together. On an inhale, we're going to come up to halfway lift. So bring your hands to your shins, pull your belly up and in. Or maybe you like your fingertips on the mat. The important thing is that your spine is nice and long. As you exhale, we're going to forward fold. push through your heels. We're going to come up to stand, root to rise, hands over your head. Look at your thumbs. And we're just going to be grateful for today and give thanks for this beautiful day. Always in God's name. As we exhale, we're going to go ahead and forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift, so fingers to the mat or hands to shins. Pull your belly up and in, and just draw your tail and your spine nice and long away from each other. As you exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to the mat, and we're going to go ahead and step back to a high plank. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Pull that belly button up and in. Inhale. Really lengthen that spine. Exhale. One more breath. And as you exhale here, we're going to go ahead and bring our knees down to the mat. And we're going to come down all the way to the mat. We're going to come into low cobra. So your hands are under your shoulders. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. And just go ahead and lift up. Roll your shoulders down your back for low cobra. You're going to feel this stretch in your lower back. This is a nice little back bend here. On an exhale, we're going to come up to tabletop and push back to downward facing dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. Find your drishti on the back of your mat. Take our next inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, soften the knees. Then we're going to come to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, push through your heels. Come on up one vertebrae at a time. Root to rise. Hands high in prayer. Look at your thumbs. Feel a nice back bend in your lower back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. We're going to step back to a high plank. Let's see if we can challenge ourselves here. If you'd like, you can go ahead and come to downward dog or challenge yourself for low plank or chaturanga. So elbows graze the waist. On your inhale, upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet into the mat and just really lift up out of your lower back. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. And anytime you need a break, you can always come into child's pose and meet us again wherever you'd like to meet us. On our next inhale, we're going to bring our right leg up high again. 3-legged dog on the right. Take an inhale. And as you exhale this time, we're going to bring our right knee up, and we're going to place our right foot on the mat. The back heel is elevated off the mat. We're going to come up to crescent on the right. So you bring your biceps at your ears, your palms facing each other. That front knee should be at a 90-degree angle. We're going to take 3 nice deep breaths here. Maybe find your drishti about 4 feet in front of you. As you exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, we're going to rotate towards the right for crescent on the revolve crescent on the right. So we're going to hook our left arm on the outside of our right thigh and press your palms into each other. Go ahead and take 3 breaths here. You're going to really press your palms into each other to open up your chest. We're going to bring our left hand to the mat and our right arm to the side. Okay. Opening up on the side here. 3 breaths here. Really open up your chest here. That side angle on the right. Exhale, we're going to bring both of our hands down to the mat and drop your left knee here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to roll over onto the side of our right foot. And we're just going to come forward here. This is lizard lunge on the right. We're just going to get a nice stretch in our left hip flexor here and our outer right hip. 3 breaths here. We're going to go ahead and bend our left leg. And if you want to reach around behind you and grab your left foot with your right hand, we're just going to get a nice stretch in our left thigh here. Take about 3 breaths here. Go ahead and bring that foot down, and we're going to come up here to warrior 2 on the right. So that right foot is at a 60-degree angle. Your heels are in alignment. Bring your hands up, and that front knee is 90 degrees. We're going to find our drishti over our middle finger. Just stretch your arms away from each other, and the feet are stretching the mat away from each other. Take 3 breaths here in warrior 2 or virabhadrasana 2. This pose calls in all the strength of a warrior. We're going to go ahead and exhale, flip our palm. On an inhale, we're going to come into reverse warrior on the right. 3 breaths here. Exhale, we're going to go ahead and bring our right hand out. We're going to straighten our right knee. We're going to come into triangle on the right here. So bring your hand down to your shin, arm to the sky, 3 breaths here. Really open up your side here. Open that side up, your left side. Reach that left hand nice and high. Really open up. This pose is all about opening up, long lines, space, creating space in your body. And we're going to bend our knee here. And go ahead and bring that right hand down to the mat. You want to bring that right foot back. Stack your feet on top of each other. You can stay here for about 5 breaths. Or if you want to challenge yourself for 3 breaths, go ahead and raise that top leg. We're going to come into high plank here, and low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, roll over your toes for downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here. If you need to take a break, catch your breath, you can come on into child's pose for a few breaths. Come on up to tabletop if you're in child's pose. On the exhale, push back to down dog. Take a breath in. And exhale. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side now. So bring your left leg high. Take a few breaths here in three-legged dog. On an exhale, we're going to step that left foot up, bring it to the mat. And that right foot that heel is elevated off the mat and the toes are pointing forward to the top of the mat. On your inhale, we're going to bring our biceps to our ears for crescent lunge on the left. 3 breaths here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, revolve crescent on the left. So hook the right arm on the outside of your left thigh. Press your palms together. Really press those palms and open up that chest. Open up your heart. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale here. We're going to bring our right hand to the mat and our left arm to the sky for side angle. Really open up here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. See if you can open up a little more. Always pull that navel up and in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale here, bring your hands down to the mat. And we're going to come into lizard lunge. So bring that right knee down. That left your outer part of the left foot, you're going to bring that to the mat. And you're going to just bring your leg forward here, your right leg, so you can really stretch out that right hip flexor. 3 breaths here. You're stretching out that outer hip, the left hip, and we're stretching out the right hip flexor in the front of the right hip. You can stay here for a few more breaths, or if you want to go ahead and grab your right foot with your left hand, coming into a bit of a bind here. We're really stretching out our right thigh. Getting a good stretch here in our left hip and our right thigh. Just gently bring that foot back down with control. And we're going to go ahead and come into Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana 2 on the left. So that left foot comes to a 60-degree angle. The right foot comes to a 60-degree angle, and the left knee is over the left ankle at 90 degrees. Really stretch your arms out. Make sure your torso and your hips are in alignment. And find your focus, your drishti over your middle finger. Really stretch those arms. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to bring our forearm to our thigh. We're just going to reach up here. Straighten that front knee here. And we're going to go ahead and hinge at our hips. We're triangle on the left palm to left shin. You don't want this to keep your complete balance. This is just for a little bit of stability, as if you almost don't need this hand. We're really opening up here. 3 breaths here. Long lines, openness. ahead and look at the mat. We're going to bend that front knee, bring that left palm to the mat. We'll be doing side plank on the left. So you can have your feet stacked here for a few breaths. If you want to challenge yourself, go ahead and lift that top leg for 3 breaths. Bring that hand to the mat. So we're in high plank here. And we're going to come down to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over your feet. Downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Good job. Inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, soften your knees and come to the top of the mat. We're going to do inhale, a halfway lift here. Hands to shins, fingertips to the mat. Exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, this time we're going to come up to chair pose. So biceps are at your ears, palms facing each other, and your knees are in alignment. If one knee pops out, just see if you can draw it back. And you almost have like an imaginary wall behind you that your lower back is pressing into. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Take an inhale. Find your drishti. Exhale. See if you can sit a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Sit a little deeper. Pull that belly up and in. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. And as we exhale here, we're going to go ahead and forward fold. And we're going to go ahead and heel toe our feet hip width distance with big toe grab. So take your peace fingers, palms facing each other. Grab your big toes. On an inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're just going to dangle here. You can rock your hips side to side, your torso up and back, or whatever feels good for you. Maybe you just want to dangle. Find your drishti on the back of your mat. Pull that navel up and in. Exhale, we're going to go ahead and release our feet. Heel toe our feet back together. And on an inhale, do your halfway lift, hands to shins. Pull that belly up and in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Hands high over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do a little bit of balancing now. Your tree pose on the right. So bring your hands to your hips. Shoulders down your back, belly up and in. Tilt your pelvis forward. Ground down into the left foot. And you're going to kickstand. You're going to kickstand your right foot on your left inner ankle, or your inner calf, or your inner thigh, but never your knee. And if you have the balance, go ahead and bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. Make sure you find your drishti. Go ahead, if you can, raise your hands high. Press everything into the center. We all need some balance in our life. Exhale, go ahead and bring your hands to your heart, and we're going to go ahead and come into airplane. So we're going to bring our right foot back, our hands at our sides. Your hands can be facing down or up. And we're going to try to go ahead, if you want to stay here, Or you want to challenge yourself, you can try to take off here. Take 3 breaths here. Your back foot is flexed. Bring that foot up. And now we're going to do that on the left, sorry, on the left. Okay, so ground down into that right foot. Gonna shoulders down your back, belly up and in, pelvis forward. You're gonna really give yourself a nice sturdy base. And ground down into the right foot as you kickstand that left foot, inner calf or inner thigh. Hands to heart center. Take a few breaths here. If you can, go ahead and bring your hands high. Press your palms together. Your thigh and your foot are pressing into each other. Everything is pressing into the center. We're getting centered. Exhale, hands come down, and we're going to do airplane now on the left. So bring that left foot back. Your palms can be up or facing down, whatever gives you the most stability. And then if you want to take off here, flex that back foot, 3 breaths. Exhale, we're going to bring those feet together to match up in the front of the mat here. Bring our feet together. We're going to shake that out. Excellent. Good job. Inhale, hands high over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to come into goddess squat. So bring your feet as wide as the mat. And your toes are facing out. We're going to come down to goddess squat. So bring your elbows in by your knees or your inner thighs. Press your palms together. And you want to feel as if you're lifting out of your lower back. Find your drishti. Focus on Ujjayi breath. We're going to bring our hands down to the mat as we exhale. And we're going to just go ahead and step back here to downward facing dog. So take 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, go ahead and bring your right leg high, 3-legged dog on the right. As you exhale, we're going to step through. We're going to bring our left knee down. The left knee is at a 90-degree angle with the left hip. And you're just going to go ahead and bring that right foot out. Bring the heel to the mat. Your toes are facing towards you. You're pulling your toes towards you. Flex your toes back. On an inhale, we're going to go ahead and lengthen through our spine. So draw your hips and your tail nice and long away from each other. As you exhale, we're going to go ahead and fold over that front leg. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper here. We're doing half split on the right. Take another inhale, lengthen that spine. And exhale, just hinge at the hips and fold nice and deep over that right shin. You do not want to bring your head to your knee. It's more about lengthening the spine and hinging at the hips. You don't want to slump. You want to stretch and lengthen. You can bring your feet to your toes to the mat, or bring your toes, whatever's most comfortable and gives you the most stability. On an inhale, go ahead and bend your right knee, and we're going to heel toe our foot over to the side. We're going to come into half pigeon. So bring that right hip down, and that left leg is long in the back here. Press that left foot into the mat. You want your right shin, you should be in alignment over on the side of the mat, with the side of the mat. Your shin does not have to be in alignment with the top of the mat. It can be closer into you, whatever is most comfortable for you, and you can get the best stretch. So on an inhale, we're going to go ahead and we're going to come up nice and tall. You can stay here, or if you want to go ahead and fold over that front shin there. We'll take a few breaths here in half pigeon on the right. This is such a good stretch for our right outer hip. We hold so much in our hips, so much tension. It's just such large muscles, and they do so much work for our bodies. We're going to go ahead and on our exhale, we're going to bring ourselves up, bring that left foot on top of the right shin, and we're going to bring our right foot and cross over our left knee. Bring our right arm high and behind us. We're going to come into a little twist here. Left arm comes up, and if you want to bring that left elbow on the outside of your right knee, and lengthen your spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can just gently twist from the base of your spine. Exhale here, and we're going to kind of counter twist, so bring your hands over to the side, your left side, just twist, a little bit of a counter twist. Exhale, we're going to bring our ankles together here at seated meditation, and we're going to come back to our hands and knees to tabletop here. Inhale, and on an exhale, we're going to go ahead and come into downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, left foot comes high. Exhale, we're going to step through, and we're going to bring that right knee down and that left foot out. Bring those left toes, flex them back towards your face. On an inhale, we're going to draw our tail and our crown away from each other. Pull the belly up and in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips and just fold a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen one more time. And exhale, fold down over that left shin. Feel that stretch there in the left hamstring, your calf, the bottom of your foot. to go ahead and come on up, bend that left knee, and we're going to heel toe our foot over to the side. We're going to come into half pigeon on the left, so bring that left hip to the mat. Your right shin can be in alignment with the top of the mat, or it can be in towards your body, but you do want that right thigh in alignment with the side of the mat. And you can bring your hands in front. You can stay up high. Make sure that, try to get that back foot pressing into the top of the mat. And we're just going to go ahead and, if you can, fold down over the top, over your shin, the top of the mat. You can use your hands stacked on top of each other to rest your forehead. On an inhale, we're going to come on back up. Swing that right leg over top of the left. Bring that left foot on the outside of your right knee. Inhale, left hand comes behind you. And we're going to bring our right arm up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, you can bring that right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Take a nice deep breath in. Press up out of your spine. Exhale, hinge at your lower spine, hinge at your hips, but we're not hinging, we're as we turn and twist, we're twisting from the base of our spine. So hinging from the base of our spine. Take a nice inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, see if you can just turn a little bit more from the base of the spine. This is such a good twist here in your spine. So good. Your spine needs it. Your spine does so much work for the body. Give it some love. And then we're going to go ahead and counter twist. So come on over to the right with your hands behind you. Go ahead and cross our ankles, and we're going to go ahead and come up to tabletop again. And this time we're going to go ahead and come down to the mat. So come on down to the mat, and we're going to come into Sphinx pose just to give our back a little bit more of a stretch here. Bring your shoulders are over your elbows here. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Just lift up out of your lower back. Yogis say a sphinx a day keeps the doctor away. It's so good for your lower back. We're going to bring our hands closer to our chest, and we're going to push up to tabletop here. And we're going to come back to downward dog. We're just going to take a few breaths here in down dog. And then exhale, we're going to come back to tabletop. Cross your ankles behind you. We're going to come down to our sits bones. And winding down. So we're going to go ahead and come into caterpillar. Bring your hands high. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and just fold forward here for a few breaths. Feel that stretch in the backs of your legs, maybe bottoms of your feet. This is also a wonderful stretch here for our lower back. On an inhale, walk yourself up nice and easy, one vertebrae at a time. And as you to give our knees a hug here. Bring our knees into our chest. Give yourself a hug. We're going to do a little bit of ab work here. So we're going to cross our right knee over our left. And you can bring your right foot under your left calf. You don't have to, as if like eagle pose, but on your back. We're going to bring our right hand underneath our left arm here, our right arm under our left. And either the backs of your hands can be together, or you can bring your palms together. We're going to go ahead and on an inhale, we're going to reach out nice and long. On our exhale, we're going to bring our head up and bring our elbows to our knees. We can do that 4 more times. Inhale out. Exhale, squeeze that belly. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale out. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale out. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale out. Exhale, squeeze. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze. We're going to go ahead and bring our head down, but keep your legs together. And we're going to bring our hands on top of our thighs. So we're going to go ahead and push our thighs away, or push our thighs away with our hands, but draw our legs in. So for the count of 5, push away and draw in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, good. Bring those feet down, arms out. And you're going to scoot your hips over to the right. We're doing twisted roots, spinal twist. So just bring those knees over to the left. We're doing a nice little spinal twist here. Go ahead and bring the feet back to the mat. Unwind your legs, and we're going to do that on the other side. So bring the left knee on top of the right, and your left arm underneath the right. So we're going to start with our inhale. Bring our legs out nice and long. Exhale, lift your head, bring your elbows to your knees, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. 2 more. Inhale out. Exhale in. And 1 last. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, squeeze. And we're going to do our push away and draw in at the same time. So bring your hands on top of your left thigh. You're going to push those thighs away and draw them in at the same time. You can lift your head this time if you want a little more of a challenge. So just the count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay. Bring those hips over to the left. Twisted roots on the left. So you can just bring your arms out like wings and just feel that nice stretch in your lower back. I'm going to go ahead and bring our feet back to the center of the mat. We're going to give ourselves a nice hug. Oh, just love yourself for showing up today. That was a good workout. And on our exhale, we're going to bring our feet as wide as the mat. We're going to do some windshield wipers. So windshield wiper to the right, windshield wiper to the left. Do that 2 more times. 1 more. And then we're going to come into our final resting pose, Shavasana. So legs out long. Bring your hands by your sides, about 1 foot away from your torso. And let your feet just fall open a little bit more than hip width distance. We're going to take a nice deep breath in here. Open your mouth, sigh it all out. Take a nice inhale here. And as you just sigh it out, just let all the tension drain out of your body and down into the ground. Relax your forehead. Relax the muscles around your eyes. Unclench your jaw. Just relax your jaw. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Shavasana. Soak up all the new clear energy and fresh oxygen you just created in your beautiful body. Giving thanks for the day and gratefulness to God for this day and this body and this world that we have. And for all of our loved ones, our health. We're going to go ahead and wiggle our toes and our fingers and bring your feet to the mat. You can roll over on your side, your left side or your right side, using your bicep as a pillow. And we're just going to take a pause, a moment to pause. On our inhale, we're going to come up to seated meditation. Take an inhale here and bring your hands high over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. And may you be loved. I wish you health, wealth, and prosperity, and all the happiness. Until next time on the mat, namaste. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Tomorrow evening, I'll be here at 6 o'clock in the evening at Howland Park to do yin for an hour. I hope you can join me. If not, I'll be live on YouTube. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.